react to veto of bill that would have repealed Florida's so-called free kill law. With just 1 day before the deadline, Governor Ron DeSantis has officially vetoed House Bill 6017, a measure that would have repealed Florida's, quote, free kill law. DeSantis made the announcement during a press conference in Fort Myers Thursday morning, saying the bill could have a negative impact on the state's healthcare system and insurance premiums. The veto is a major blow to families who have long fought to overturn this law, which currently prevents parents from suing for medical negligence if their adult child is over 25, unmarried, and has no children. One of those parents, Daryl Parrott, lost his son Cameron in November 2024 after what he believes was a preventable death during a 4-day hospital stay. Republicans and Democrats said this was wrong. DeSantis said, "I don't care," Parrott said. Cameron should have exactly the same rights as I do because he has no children. DeSantis defended the veto, saying he would have supported the bill had it capped the non-economic damages and limited attorneys' fees, arguing that would help avoid frivolous lawsuits and help healthcare providers keep healthcare providers in the state of Florida. But advocates like Cindy Jenkins, who also lost a child due to alleged medical negligence, say caps would defeat the purpose of the law. It completely destroys the reason for due process, Jenkins said. Let each case be heard on its own merits. Jenkins also challenged the governor's claim that families can still sue for economic damages under the current law. She explained that many attorneys won't take those cases because the cost to investigate negligence often exceeds the potential payout, leaving families without legal recourse. Despite HB 6017 passing with bipartisan support, the governor formally issued the veto Thursday afternoon. State Senator Clay Yarborough, who supported the Senate version of the bill, sponsored the Senate version of the bill, said he respects the governor's decision and will not advocate for a veto override. Meanwhile, Daryl Parrott says he's not giving up. He plans to be in Tallahassee on Monday to continue pushing lawmakers. This is about what's right and what's wrong, Parrott said, and what's fair.
Yeah, and I know Daryl, and I knew Cameron, and it's just a really great young man.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't understand. I mean, why couldn't they come to that cap agreement so that he could have signed this if they would have known that? Why this law seems to me make sense, and both sides seem to be behind it.
Yeah.
If they knew the governor was here, all right, let's find out what that cap is that has to happen so that this still can be in play.
Mm-hmm.
Usually in lawsuits like this, you go to any of the bodily injury attorneys and stuff like that. They take a very, very high percentage of it, but they pay all this stuff. If they lose, those attorneys are out of pocket. And that's where they're saying a lot of these attorneys aren't going to take the cases because of this. This one seemed like it was so close.
Yeah.
What fell apart in it?
Mm-hmm.
And I wish Daryl all the best luck on Monday when he goes back over there, and I hope he gets his voice heard. Because I think this one could find its way back into and get a good solution. So.
Yeah, I don't agree with the veto. I think that Congress people should kind of challenge the bluff and make those changes and send it right back to him, do it as quick as possible, and see if he signs it. I mean, I don't like the idea that you are less worthy of compensation just because you're unmarried, childless, and an adult. I don't like this at all. Mm-hmm. All right, Gas Buddy Gas Report.